Do the Chicago Bears have the best weapons on offense in the entire NFL? Today, I'm going to talk about why defenses should be terrified of the Chicago Bears offense. Now, before people overreact, more goes into the best offense in the NFL than just weapons. Coaches, play callers, and especially the offensive line matter too. But today we're talking about strictly the skill position group on offense other than the quarterback. So that's the running back, the wide receivers, and the tight ends. And then I want to specifically address the talent around Caleb Williams at his skill positions, which I believe is now up there with the best in the entire NFL. Sit back and think about that for just a minute, because it's true. Most people don't even realize it yet, but the Chicago Bears now have one of the most dangerous offenses in the entire league. When you're looking at just the players at the skill positions, we are absolutely loaded. Caleb Williams enters what looks like the best supporting talent I've ever seen for a quarterback taken number one overall. The Chicago Bears have come a long way. Mitch Trubisky's starting wide receivers as a rookie were Marcus Wheaton and Josh Bellamy. Justin Fields had Darnell Mooney and the shell of Allen Robinson. Ryan Poles has done a magnificent job of setting our rookie quarterback up for success. So much so that I believe our weapons on offense rival that of any team in the NFL. Today, I wanted to compare the Bears' weapons on offense to the best in the NFL. That's the Dolphins, the 49ers, the Eagles, the Seahawks, the Texans, and Bengals, and more. So let me pull up a graphic here. This is a look around the NFL at some of the most potent offenses when it comes to skill position players. Obviously, to me, the San Francisco 49ers lead the way. With Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and George Kittle alone, they are loaded on offense, but they also drafted Ricky Pearsall. I'll ignore the fact that Brandon Ayuk has some trade rumors circulating right now. If they end up trading Ayuk, the Bears easily pass them up. But then the Dolphins are also up there. They're loaded on offense. At running back, they have both Raheem Mostert and Devin Achane. And then at wide receiver, they have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Odell Beckham Jr., with a couple other rookies and Jonnu Smith at tight end. The Eagles are another team that are stacked at the skill positions around Jalen Hurts. They have Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Paris Campbell, and Dallas Goedert. I think those three teams stand out as probably the most loaded offenses overall, especially if you consider all three of those teams also have pretty good offensive lines as well. The next team, as far as weapons are concerned, to me, I think would be the Houston Texans. They got a lot better this offseason. They have Joe Mixon, Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and Dalton Schultz. That's a ton of talent on offense. I had to include them as well here, but I do believe the Bears' weapons on offense are even better than the Texans, and what we have here in Chicago rivals that of the Dolphins and 49ers for the best in the NFL. Now, we might not have the best weapons overall in the league, but we do have the best wide receiver trio with DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and Rome Odunze, and I think we easily have a top five group when it comes to skill position talent on offense. Starting off with DeAndre Swift, and then three studs at wideout, DJ, Keenan, and Odunze. To go with Cole Kmet, Ryan Poles has surrounded Caleb Williams with one of the most talented groups of weapons on offense in the entire NFL. That's without mentioning an offensive line that I have ranked around 15th in the NFL, and other weapons we have on offense like Khalil Herbert, Roshan Johnson, Gerald Everett, Tyler Scott, and I'll even throw Velus Jones Jr. in there as well. But let's go a little bit deeper and check out a couple of other teams around the NFL. The Cincinnati Bengals and Seattle Seahawks both have a lot of talent on offense as well. The Bengals have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, easily one of the best wide receiver duos in the league. And then in Seattle, they have DK Metcalf, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Tyler Lockett, and Kenneth Walker. Now, I would still take the Bears' weapons over any of those teams, but those are a couple other that I wanted to mention as well. I'll even throw the Ravens in here. They have a stud at running back and tight end with Derrick Henry and Mark Andrews, but the wide receiver trio just doesn't live up to the hype. I'd easily take what the Bears have over the Ravens as well. So even if you want to be super pessimistic about what we have on offense as far as weapons are concerned, and you want to rank us behind every one of those teams I just listed, I think at the absolute worst, like even if you're a Packers fan, you have to admit we have at least the seventh best skill position players in the NFL heading into 2024. That's top 10 talent surrounding Caleb Williams, a guy who was dubbed as generational and one of the best quarterback prospects I've ever studied. But I think we're way better than being ranked number 7 in the NFL. I think we're top 3 or 4 in the league, but easily top 5 in the NFL. I couldn't argue with anyone that said we have the best weapons in the league, though. We have what I believe is the best wide receiver trio in the NFL, and then we have a top 10 tight end, two top 20 tight ends, and we have a top 10 running back and a starting caliber backup at both tight end and wide receiver. This offense is just simply loaded, and it should produce plenty of fireworks. What Ryan Poles has done this offseason has been magnificent. He's put Caleb Williams in one of the best positions ever for any quarterback drafted number 1 in the NFL, and just put him in one of the best positions in the NFL this season right away as a rookie. On top of that, he also brought in an awesome offensive coordinator. I love what Shane Waldron brings to the table as well. But as a Bears fan, when have you ever looked at our weapons on offense and been able to even compare them with every other team in the NFL? Let alone actually have an argument that, hey, we might have the best weapons in the league. This is a new era for Chicago Bears fans. This should be a new style of football that we haven't seen before, and Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze are leading the way, but Ryan Poles is the man in charge. He is the one who set this up. He is the one who put Caleb in this position and brought all of this talent together on one roster. There was one other team that I forgot to mention here that I did throw up on a graphic. Let me just briefly mention them. The Titans are another team that should probably be included there. Tony Pollard at running back, DeAndre Hopkins, Calvin Ridley, and Tyler Boyd at receiver. It's a nice trio of receivers with a good running back. The tight end doesn't really stand out, but the Titans have some decent weapons as well. Still nowhere near as good as what we have here in Chicago. I couldn't be more excited for what we have going forward. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think we have the best weapons in the NFL? Would you rank us top 5? Do you think I'm crazy? Let me know in the comments. Please remember to hit that like button for me. Stay tuned, and until next time, bear down.